Hearts of Iron 4. Released in 2016, this game on the whole has risen in popularity, from 15,000 active players a month after release, to 40,000 active players today. Hearts of Iron 4 is also one of the most popular games released by Paradox. The question is, how has Hearts of Iron 4 significantly increased in popularity over time, and has now become far more popular than most other Paradox games, with it being one of the only Paradox games to reach over 1 million sales? In this video you'll find that out, but first, 70% of you who watch our videos aren't subscribed. So if you want more unique Hearts of Iron 4 content, please consider clicking that button. So initially looking at the replayability of the game, many people argue that Hearts of Iron 4 is not as replayable as other Paradox games, such as EU4, CK3 and Victoria 2. This is because Hearts of Iron 4 has a far shorter time span, since it only goes on as long as World War II, whereas a game like EU4 has over 400 years of human history in it. Another reason as well is that there are far less nations you can play in comparison to other Paradox games. So why then has Hearts of Iron 4 grown in popularity to a much greater extent than other Paradox games? Well, I'd argue that considering World War II has a much greater impact on society and the political situation today, it is on the whole far more appealing than other Paradox games that focus on far older periods of history. Some of the people in the game are still alive today, such as Queen Elizabeth II. You can therefore imagine that many more people know the history of World War II. Although this is a good reason for Hearts of Iron 4 gaining popularity over time, I believe there are far more important factors, which moves us on to the next reason, the mods of Hearts of Iron 4. Hearts of Iron 4 has over 20,000 mods. To put this in comparison to other Paradox games, EU4 only has 4,000 mods, and CK3 only has 2,000 mods. The modding community of Hearts of Iron 4 therefore just doesn't compare to other Paradox games. Hearts of Iron 4 mods tend to go into far more depth on the whole, with lots of different types of mods. Some of the more popular mods include alternative history, with Kaiserreich and Old World Blues. There are also mods that give the game flavour, and some mods also go back in time to the medieval period in World War I. The fact that Hearts of Iron 4 has so many mods, with a large amount of range in my opinion, has enabled Hearts of Iron 4 to become far more popular than many other Paradox games, and this negates the limited replayability of vanilla Hearts of Iron 4. Although mods are the most important factor for the success of Hearts of Iron 4, Hearts of Iron 4 also has a large multiplayer community with highly competitive multiplayer matches. In comparison to other Paradox games, multiplayer sessions are shorter and more intense, which makes it more entertaining to watch, since there is a limited amount of peacetime. When comparing Hearts of Iron 4 to EU4, multiplayer combat is limited due to aggressive expansion, with potential coalitions happening. The multiplayer aspect of Hearts of Iron 4 has allowed it to flourish over time, with it being completed in one session, rather than over a number of weeks for other Paradox games. Multiplayer interaction is also very intense, and multiple tactics can be used against your opponents. Both the mods and the multiplayer scene have been given exposure from a wide range of Hearts of Iron 4 creators, with new Hearts of Iron 4 content coming out every day. This leads to Hearts of Iron 4 maintaining popularity, with creators being able to keep the game interesting for the viewer. Searches for Hearts of Iron 4 content is also much higher than other Paradox games, backing the fact that Hearts of Iron 4 has maintained its popularity through YouTube creators. Given all these reasons, it is no wonder why Hearts of Iron 4 is one of the most popular Paradox games, and will continue to be popular with a new update coming out soon. But let me know why you think Hearts of Iron 4 has become one of the most popular Paradox games in the comments.